On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me the long-anticipated return of Tony Romo. Cowboys Nation has waited over 400 days for number 9 to return to the gridiron. We'll wait no longer. After Dak Prescott played the first quarter against Philly, Romo entered the game and wasted no time getting the party started. On his very first series, he led the Cowboys into the red zone, which culminated in this touchdown pass to Terrence Williams. Oh, he still has it. That's Romo's first touchdown pass since November 22nd of 2015. Had to feel good. Now, Romo was pulled after this drive, going 3 of 4 for 30 yards, a touchdown, and a partridge in a pear tree. Cowboys took a 10-3 lead, and then came Mark Sanchez, and Sanchez played like Sanchez. He ended up going 9 of 17, 85 yards, and 2 interceptions. Both of his interceptions were to his former teammate, Jordan Hicks. I mean, cut him a break. Maybe he still thinks they're on the same team. Anyways, we all know how this one ended. Cowboys would end up dropping their season finale 27-13, but Tony Romo's return was clearly the story of the game. However, you may not want to tell him that.
Like I said, I don't want to get into it. I mean, I know there's a million other questions that we could talk about, and part of all that is just, you know, for the football team, it just doesn't help to talk about everything that we could discuss. So for me, I genuinely feel like, you know, I understand the questions, and they're good ones to have answered, and we'll get to all that later.
I thought he did a really nice job in the game. A tribute to his preparation and him getting himself ready each week to play. He's obviously played a lot of football. He's comfortable in this offense. He looked comfortable out there today, made some good decisions.
He looked great out there. And the Cowboys weren't the only NFL team to play multiple quarterbacks today. The Texans also joined in on the multi-QB fun. However, they were kind of forced into the situation. Against the Titans today, Houston had a 4th and 1 in the beginning of the second quarter. Tom Savage goes with the QB sneak, picks up the first down, but appears to be shaken up. He is then taken out of the game for further evaluation and would not return. And here comes the $72 million backup, a.k.a. Brock Osweiler. He entered the game and tried to rally the struggling offense. Osweiler ended up going 21 of 40 for 253 yards and this lone touchdown to C.J. Fedorowicz. But it wouldn't be enough. Titans go on to win 24-17. Doesn't really matter, though, because the Texans already won the AFC South and a playoff berth. And while most people were out partying last night to ring in the new year, myself included. Meanwhile, Rockets guard James Harden decided to make NBA history on New Year's Eve. Last night, the All-Star guard had a game for the ages. He tallied a career-high 53 points, 16 rebounds, and 17 assists. Now, in doing that, he became the first player in league history to finish with at least 50 points, 15 rebounds, and 15 assists in the game. Oh, the beard was on fire. And even better, they got the W over the Knicks. Oh. Now, coming up next, the Baylor women's basketball team tries to keep that hot streak going. I'll have those highlights for you right after the break. Stick around. In case you haven't taken notice, the Baylor women's basketball team is nothing to mess with this year. The Lady Bears have destroyed their last 3 opponents by an average of nearly 70 points, and today would be no different. Their victims this afternoon were the Kansas Jayhawks. We're going to pick things up in the second period. Nina Davis gets the steal. She goes coast to coast and puts it in for the easy deuce. Davis led the Lady Bears with 16 points. Now later in the second, Kalani Brown gets it below, and nice move there. She gets the Baylor bounce. She had 11 points on the day. To the third, Christy Wallace bringing it up. She drops the dime to Alexis Prince for the bucket. Baylor in control the whole game, and they would just go on to spank the Jayhawks 90-43. They go ahead and win their 11th straight game, and there's no sign of them cooling off anytime soon. I mean, you better get a fire extinguisher the next time you play them. They're a great team.
No, just kidding.
Dad jokes, and you're not even a dad.
You guys want to hear a funny joke, though? The Miami Dolphins.
They're in the playoffs?
Wow. Also a terrible joke.
I'm here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Always making fun of us Miamis. Okay, well, anyways, Alberto's got your final check of your weather.